Uh, huh, huh. Apakah suaranya bisa masuk? Eh, tes tes. Oke, mikrofon masuk. Halo guys, selamat bergabung ya yang baru bergabung. Baik gabung saat live streaming maupun setelah saya live streaming. Semoga Anda dapat mengikuti perjalanan saya di Sumeru ini ya. Sip. Tadi kita bikin thumbnail di sini nih teman-teman. Oh iya, tadi siang kan kita udah sempat explore beberapa ya. Nah tadi aku juga sempat explore juga, tapi di off cam ya, off kamera. Halo Buang, hehehe. Halo Wina 121. Oh iya, dipanggilnya Wina ya, baru baru inget aku. Halo juga, selamat bergabung di live stream aku malam ini. Nah,
No one's joined me
sebenarnya
on an adventure in ages.
aku tuh
Come on, let's
pengen
go.
apa ya? Weekly boss sebenarnya nih teman-teman ya, tapi teman-teman lagi pada nggak tahu pada sibuk kemana ini, jadi nggak ada yang bisa barengin gitu, nggak ada yang bisa barengan. Biasanya kalau weekly boss tuh ngumpul bareng teman-teman, kita party bareng ya. Mungkin besok lah kalau misalkan nggak ada tugas. Satu dua satu hilangin aja. Iya siap. Aku sekarang manggilnya Wina nih. Halo Wina. Oke. Sorry lupa. Nah tempat ini nih menurut gua salah satu tempat di Sumeru yang bagus loh, kayak taman bunga gitu. Tapi sebenarnya ini bukan taman bunga. Tempat apa ya? Kita jalan-jalan dulu aja nih. Santai kita. Ini kalau di anime-anime kayak di tempat-tempat buat menenangkan diri gitu nggak sih? Ya sejujurnya gua nggak tahu sih tempat apa ini, tapi ya sudahlah. Dana, ini seorang pelajar ini. Orang-orang Sumeru nih pada berpendidikan ya. Iya bener, itu bagus banget, kayak alun-alun lah kalau di real life. Iya bener-bener. Bener banget kayak alun-alun. Serius. Wih, dapat dapat apa nih? Kita dikasih sesuatu sama pelajar. Oh, dikasih bunga. Gila, pelajarnya
When
so
will I
sweet
hear
banget ini.
back about my application?
Ilmu aja dijual, Bang.
I could get
Aduh,
used to this.
nggak pinter game. Bener bener bener. Ini kalau kita lihat ya ada kayak gandum di kepalanya. Ini kalau dilihat-lihat nih kayak seakan-akan apa
Rather
ya?
than asking all these questions,
Pasukan-pasukan
why don't you
Sparta
do
gitu.
your
Kalau
own
Sparta tuh ada
research?
di bagian mana ya? Apa deh? Kayak gitulah. Oke. Terus di sini juga ada orang ya. Wah, kalau ke atas sini tempat apa ini? Habis ini kita nge-quest aja lah ya teman-teman ya. Eksplorasi udah cukup tadi sebenarnya. Sparta. Ya kayak Sparta. Tapi kayak untuk rajanya Sparta gitu loh. Kalau raja Sparta biasanya pakai kayak mahkota gandum gitu. Tapi masih kurang tahu sih, tapi ya kalau aku lihat sekilasnya kayak gitu sih. Nggak tahu kalau kalian, pendapat kalian gimana? Wih, sumpah keren banget. Asli. Ini kayak rumah kaca gitu nggak sih? Tapi yang buat kayak nanam-nanam pohon. Terus ini fungsinya nggak tahu fungsinya apa ya. Coba. Ngestak. Waduh, nggak bener. Kalau kayak gitu mah Dewa Matahari Bang, di mitologi Yunani di God of War 3 kan kayak gitu. Ah iya lebih ke Yunani ya. Aku mau ngomong itu tapi lupa gitu. Bener. Oke, kalau ke sini udah kayaknya sampai situ aja ya. Nih, tadi mau buka TP yang di sini tapi ini dalam air, perlu kita otak-atik, ada mekanismenya nih. Oke, jadi kita mending biar nggak terlalu gabut ya teman-teman ya. Mending kita story quest. BTW nggak ada yang mampir kecuali aku. Kecuali kamu ya. Nggak tahu nih, belum ada yang mampir ini. Ya aku kan juga subscribernya kan masih kecil ya. Jadi ya beberapa yang berlangganan gitu mungkin juga lagi sibuk masing-masing gitu. Kebanyakan orang-orang nonton replay. Oke, kita ngobrol lagi sama Catherine.
Traveler, you've come at a good time.
Wait, this sounds like another commission.
Tapi ini kayaknya berbeda, Pak Imon.
It is as you say. The commission this time around is of high importance. It pertains to the safety of the Avidia Forest's inhabitants.
Huh? What happened?
Not long ago, we received word that a section of the Avidia Forest seems to have become contaminated.
Sumpah, Catherine yang di Sumeru keren banget. Dia pakai apa tuh namanya? Lupa dah.
New withering zone?
Pokoknya kayak
I don't know
alat
about the
yang di sini nih di
specifics,
kupingnya nih.
but I hear that strange things are happening to people who cross through that region. The Avidia Forest inhabitants won't leave their homes so easily. If we allow this
Kalau di
contaminated
dunia
region
nyata
to
ada
expand,
resepsionis
the
kayak si Catherine
consequences
gimana
could
ya?
be
Pasti lucu
unimaginable.
deh.
That's why I want to ask you to investigate the situation. Even if all you can do is stop the contamination from spreading, that will still save many people.
This is for.
Tadi nggak kebaca, ya ampun, main pencet aja. Biarin lah udah. Udah lanjut aja. Talk to Catherine lagi. Oke. Catherine di Sumeru itu waktu kerjanya serius terus, kalau istirahat kayak ceria. Sumpil. Iya benar-benar. Waduh, kita harus ketemu Hinari lagi nih. Kok malah kesini? Tadi udah. Zongliku udah mentok 90 tapi artifak belum aku set, guys. Kita ke penjaga hutan dulu. Trainernya lebih ke penjaga hutan gak sih? Enggak ya, yang jaga hutan Kole ya? Nggak terlalu nyimak, lupa deh. Nggak terlalu nyimak kemarin tuh. Storynya buru-buru sih, wajar. Pokoknya Tineri sama si Cole itu peduli lah sama hutan. Keren. BTW bang, kalau cowok minta putus tanpa sebab, apakah si cowok tersebut punya cadangan? Soalnya temen aku curhat dan ya dia nanya kayak gitu. Waduh, sejujurnya ya aku bukan pakar nih. Kamu nanya ke orang yang salah. Tapi kalau menurut pendapatku sih ya, putus tanpa sebab itu bisa jadi sih ya, patut dicurigain juga sih, patut dicurigakan. Tapi satu sisi kita juga mencurigai juga, jangan yang langsung kayak jebret nembak. Kalau misalkan bilang pasti ada maksudnya gini nih, nggak juga. Bisa jadi kan ya ada alasan lain gitu loh. Jadi lebih baik sih kalau putus ya harus diomongin baik-baik sih, itu satu-satunya jalan sih gitu sih. Apaan? Kaget. Buset, dah ada badak lompat-lompat. Sebenarnya penjaga hutan bang, sama kayak Kole. Oh iya, dua-duanya penjaga hutan berarti. Oke. Ya gitulah, untungnya aku nggak punya pacar jadi aman dan bebas. Ya sih, kalau kita tuh lebih banyak waktu luang ketika kita lagi ya sendiri gitu. Satu sisi sedih ya, mungkin ya manusia kan diciptakan untuk berpasang-pasangan ya. Cuman kadang juga pacaran tuh kagak mudah. Kayak gimana ya, perlu ada komitmen segala macam. Kalau emang lagi kejar karir atau gimana ya mending sendiri dulu aja, fokus dulu.
This is where you've been, Tainari? That's...
Ini lagi pingsan ini.
Keep your voice down.
Oh nggak pingsan. Oh, hidup.
Tainari, everything's spinning.
Yang asli ada badaknya. Nggak gitu
Am I going
konsepnya.
to die? Tell Mom that I should have listened to her.
Enggak hidup
And tell
nanti
Suna
hidup.
that I'm sorry for breaking her toy. Tainari, I heard that people turn into birds after they die.
Putus asa
Is that
banget
true?
suaranya ini.
I feel like I'm getting lighter.
What happened? Tainari, is he?
Okay, enough nonsense. You just have a small fever. Take your medication and rest. You'll be bouncing off the walls in no time.
Really? Then can you keep the thing about the toy a secret for now?
No can do. You're a big kid now. Once you've recovered, go and apologize. Keeping secrets to yourself won't solve
Si
anything.
Tainer ini loh, peduli sama siapapun loh, keren.
Hey, let me ask you something. I recall that you're usually pretty healthy. How did you get this sick all of a sudden?
I
Nah,
don't know either. Mom's been telling me not to play in the forest. I just wanted to look inside.
makanya jangan
It's
main ke
different
hutan.
from
Udah tahu
before.
hutannya Sumeru
I got
mengerikan.
lost and went around in a huge circle.
Bayangin aja di hutannya aja
After I
ada
got
buaya, ada
I started feeling dizzy.
apa lagi? Macan ya.
Could it
Bang,
be?
gimana tanggapan abang kalau ada orang yang suka sama Xingqiu sama Venti, gimana tanggapannya? Suka sama karakter Genshin ya? Karakter Genshin sih wajar-wajar aja sih ya kalau suka sama karakter Genshin, karena mungkin kayak, ya aku tahu sih itu karakter fiksi, tapi mungkin karena pembangunan karakternya dari voice actor ataupun desain karakternya, terus juga ya segitunya lah. Ya pokoknya intinya itu sebenarnya ya nggak jadi masalah sih. Tanggapan abang kalau ada yang suka sama Xingqiu itu wajar aja. Yang nggak wajar tuh kalau sampai tahu lah yang udah lewat batasan gitu, sampai hutan Sumeru bermutasi dan ya hewan-hewannya
that's
juga
how this
sama
whole mess
bermutasi.
happened.
Iya. Sebenarnya bukan daerah
Anyway,
buat
go
bocah-bocah
rest.
ini
No
sebenarnya, ini
running around
Sumeru.
until I say so, got it? Traveler, Paimon, let's step out for now.
Mr. Forest Watcher, how is my son?
I gave him some antipyretics.
Sabar
Let him
Bu,
rest
pasti
here for a
pasti
while.
anaknya bakal
I
selamat
told
Bu.
him that he
Jangan
would feel
panik.
better after some medicine and rest, but I only said that to comfort him. His symptoms resemble a fever, but something else is causing them. They seem more akin to a disruption in his psyche. Antipyretics won't be of much use.
What do we do? Mr. Forest Watcher, you have to help him.
If memory serves, a plant called vasun, a small number grow in arid deserts. They usually look like shriveled weeds, but can be revitalized with a splash of water. They're expensive and unable to grow in the Avidya
Main
forest
Genshin
climate.
Impact tuh
so I don't have any
manfaatnya
on
banyak
hand.
loh, nggak cuma menghilangkan
I'll
stres.
ask
Kan
the
main game biasa
caravans.
yang ngilangin
Go
stres.
find Kale, have
Cuman
her
di sini
prepare
otak
medicinal
kita
tools
juga
and a set of
banyak
traveling gear for me.
belajar ya. Dari speaking English juga
Alright.
terus memahami
Thank you.
puzzle, itu kan juga melatih daya
Contaminated
kinerja
region,
otak ya.
huh? Is
Genshin
that why
Impact
you two
menurut
are
gue the
also
best
here?
sih.
Yep. Is it a new withering zone?
BTW Bang, kenapa Taineri peduli sama orang-orang sekitar? Soalnya hutannya nggak dijaga sama orang-orang di kota Sumeru. Makanya Taineri kabur dari kota dan menjadi pelindung hutan. Oh gitu. Iya bener. Makasih, ini sebenarnya masuk lore Genshin ya. Aku belum ngikutin lore Genshin yang di Sumeru. Biasa aku kalau ngikutin lore Genshin tuh kalau dari World of Teyvat tuh, YouTuber di cerita-cerita situ aku biasa nonton. Thank you informasinya. Iya bener, daya ingat sama daya kerja otak terus sama muter otak. Iya bener, Genshin Impact emang best lah
Doesn't
pokoknya.
seem like one. Whether you look at scale, internal conditions, or resultant effects, they're completely different. The only thing they have in common is that they aren't welcome. This nuisance made itself home in the Avidya forest, so I can't turn a blind eye.
same way.
All right. Let's contact the caravans first and purchase some Vasanti grass. There's no time to waste.
Dari
We
sisi
have to move
ceritanya
quickly.
juga kan
Let's go.
nggak tanggung-tanggung Genshin Impact. Tapi juga makan harddisknya juga kagak tanggung-tanggung ini game. Nggak tahu ntar kalau udah semua region kebuka makan berapa harddisk ini. Ini aja udah berat banget kan. Tapi banyak juga yang ngehina Genshin dengan sebutan game. Oh ya oke, entah kenapa gitu aneh kan. Ya itu mungkin karena mungkin mereka nggak suka aja sama Genshin dan mungkin kebanyakan yang ngatain itu juga mereka belum nyobain gamenya gitu loh. Biasalah kalau kayak gitu sih. Padahal kan dalam setiap game kita bisa ngambil sisi positif maupun negatifnya ya. Kalau kita pintar-pintar jadi orang ya ambil aja sisi positifnya, buang sisi negatifnya. Ngapain jalan kan bisa teleport ya? Ya ampun.
Excuse me. I'd like to purchase some Vasanti grass. Do you
Iya.
have any?
Kadang-kadang nggak
I'm
sadar
sorry,
kalau udah
Mr.
buka
Forest
waypoint.
Watcher, but we've been closed for the past few days.
Closed? Now that's odd. It's my first time hearing you say something like that.
It's a long story. Some of our goods were stolen recently. They were mechanical parts that we got from the academia. Although they're old models, they still fetch a good price on the market. Our caravans had to pool together Mora to afford those parts. Now that they've been lost, we'll likely come up short this trip. All the merchants talked it over and we decided to raise the prices of our remaining inventory. Until this plan takes effect, none of us can privately sell anything.
I don't get it. If these goods are so important, then why not think of a way to get them back? Raising prices won't solve anything. At best, you're shoving the consequences of the robbery onto your customers.
Mr. Forest Watcher, it's not that we don't want to. It's just the thief disappeared into the deepest parts of the forest. We asked around, and apparently the forest has been very unusual as of late. Anyone who goes in experiences mental anomalies. We can't keep waiting out here for the thief to come out. All we could do is come up with another solution.
So the bandit hid in the contaminated region after stealing those mechanical parts. How many people were there in total? Were they not affected by the contaminated region?
That crook came from the contaminated
Kok dia
region.
ngegas?
As for how many,
No people?
even if I tell you, you might not believe me.
Dan gitu dong kan jadi curiga.
The thief that
Apa?
stole our parts
Ya soalnya banyak
was a
itu kan
huge
haters
mechanical
tuh
crab.
yang bilang kayak gitu kalau Genshin itu ya game yang gitulah. Tapi waktu mereka nyoba mereka sendiri yang kesusahan sama minta saran, kesel sama seneng terus greget liatnya. Ya menanggapinya ya sabar aja sih kalau kayak gitu.
To be honest,
Jadi kalau main
I'd
Genshin tuh kita
rather
nggak bisa
not think about
buru-buru
it.
gitu.
It
Nggak
moved
cuman
too
perihal
skillfully
grinding
to be new
gede-gedean
at this.
damage tuh enggak,
It
tapi
came out
dari
of
sisi
nowhere.
story pun
Before we could react, it
bahkan
swiped
dari
our
Genshin
goods and
sendiri
ran
kagak
away.
nyiptain fitur
We were
skip
all
story
shocked.
kan ya. Emang karena
By the
kita
time we
harus
came to our
ngikutin
senses,
lore-nya.
the
Toh
thief
juga
was
lore
already
Genshin
long
juga
gone.
bagus kan.
I see. If we help you retrieve
Anggap
your
aja kita
stolen
kayak
goods, then business will
nonton
return to normal?
anime tapi
Oh,
bisa
but of
kita mainin
course.
gitu loh. Aneh-aneh kalau
Not
main
only
Genshin
that,
tuh
but
kayak
you'll
gitu lah.
become one of our caravan's VIPs on all future purchases of any.
Enough. Tell me something that's actually useful. Any leads on that mechanical crab?
Maybe one. After our goods were stolen, we specifically got someone to assess the situation. If you're
Buset,
interested,
ini
you can
dialognya
go and
panjang
talk to
bener.
them.
Kapan kita
All
berantem ya?
right. We'll go and have a word.
Oke. Ada beberapa orang yang harus kita cari informasi.
After the goods were stolen, I
Cari
made multiple
informasinya nih.
inquiries with nearby caravans and Turns out that many others have also been robbed by that crooked crab. However, the crab only seems to be interested in machinery. Doesn't even bat an eye at other valuables. A caravan carrying a large amount of Mora had an uneventful
Tapi
trip.
rewardnya waktu anniversary itu
Another
buruk
caravan had
banget
a child whose
Abang.
metal toy was
Apakah
taken.
benar-benar buruk? Yang anniversary yang terakhir ya? Aku sih ngerasa iya sih, ya buruk. Kalau dari anniversary jujur aja Mihoyo, aku sendiri ngerasa kayak terus terang aja ya pelit gitu. Serius terus terang aja. Tapi ya
Whatever the case, that thing is a
oke lah.
scourge.
Ya kita sebagai player setia sih pasti sedih sih sama anniversary-nya waktu itu sih. Kalau tanggapanku sih gitu.
That mechanical crab is fat. 10 of us might not even be able to take that thing head on. Didn't academia ban research on mechanical life forms years ago? Where did that thing come from? Our salaries even got slashed because of it. Who would have thought that that robber wasn't a human but a mechanical crab? This is rough.
Satu orang lagi kita tanya. Nah ini nih. Ini bocil seru amat lompat-lompat. Biar bocilnya seneng ada yang ikut lompat-lompat ya.
I heard from the caravanners that there have been a lot of robberies lately, but we haven't been affected. We don't normally see the mechanical crab, and it doesn't disturb our daily lives. It only shows up when the caravans are here, and it runs back to the contaminated region after it's done making a mess.
You haven't tried.
We have, but it's too agile and fast. However, we did unexpectedly learn something the last time we tried to capture it. It apparently lives in the deepest part of the forest, so instead of immediately moving its spoils, it first hides them nearby.
Aku senengnya lihat haters aku itu karena mereka itu saking bodohnya nggak bisa tahu arti dari game adventure. Kalau gregetnya itu tinggal ke depan aja kayak mana-mana.
Once its stash grows large enough, it moves everything in one go. You'll have to move fast if you want those goods back.
How are things? Did you make any progress?
We learned of its behaviors, but much still remains unclear. Assuming normal operational status, mechanical constructs generally act according to their given
Kayaknya
commands.
streamku bakal nge-lag
If
deh.
I were its
Kalau ada
owner, I'd
notifikasi.
command it to steal more valuable things. Or the Mora you made.
Bentar ya.
That would be the most
Sorry,
efficient method.
ini takut banget kalau misalkan nge-lag. Aku dapat notifikasi dari Prism Live. Ada delay. Sebentar. Sebentar ya teman-teman ya. Ya semoga masih bisa lanjut lah ya. Notifikasinya parah, bikin panik.
But
Okay,
it
lanjut
only
deh.
goes after
Right. It's really weird.
So, you all found a way to retrieve our goods?
Do you have any more mechanical parts with you?
Yes, I still have a small bag of samples. They weren't
Oh
taken
ya
since
Wina,
I
kita
keep
belum
them on
sempat
me
ini
at all
loh. Apa add
times.
friend di Genshin?
Oh, are you planning to...
Under constant external conditions, organisms rarely initiate. Here's what we know so far. It has a mechanical composition. If we have said components, we can lure it out, capture it, and then make observations for further conclusions. Well, chatting like this won't get us anywhere. We're only wasting time.
You're right. We don't have any other options right now. This bag of samples is all yours, Mr. Forest Watcher. If you can get our goods back, the caravans will reward you generously.
Menurut abang, aku suka husbando mungkin ya, loli atau waifu. Jujur, aku masih belum kenal siapa kamu sepenuhnya gitu. Dan kita kan baru kenal di stream ya. Jadi sebenarnya nggak tahu sih kamu sukanya apa. Tapi kalau lihat dari PP anime ya mungkin harusnya sih husbando ya. Iya aku lupa buat nge-add abang. Maaf nih di Discord juga lupa saking sibuk kesana kemari dan galau. Lah galau kenapa? Hidup dinikmatin aja, jangan
We
galau-galau.
don't need anything
Ya
in
paham
return,
sih,
but I'll be
mungkin
keeping this
aku
bag.
juga pernah galau.
I may
Galau
have other
sih
uses
ya
for
itu
it later.
wajar, ekspresi yang wajar. Cuman tetap harus happy dan semangat menjalani hidup.
We'll also need to borrow a sumpter beast. Our act has to be convincing if we want the crab to fall.
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. If it means getting our things back, you can even borrow me to do whatever you need.
I'll have to decline that offer. Anyway, we'll use the mechanical components and sumpter beast to pose as a transiting caravan and lure out the crab. Once it appears, capture it.
Don't worry, we're
Oke. Saatnya kita ke sini. Nah, gini dong, kita harus take action gitu, jangan cuma dialog doang gitu. Kadang Genshin yang emang ngeselin sih dialognya sih. Kadang kelamaan. Tapi kalau dialognya nggak lama, kita jadi nggak tahu maksudnya apa, kayak cuman dikasih poin-poinnya gitu, nggak seru juga. Mungkin kitanya aja yang kadang nggak sabaran ya sama dialog kayak Genshin, pengen buru-buru ngelawan apa gitu. Nih ada helikur lagi nari-nari. Iya dong, harus take action. Oke, kita udah ada di tempatnya nih. Oke, cutscene.
Looking at the trade routes and the contaminated
Nah,
region's
yang
current
begini-begini
perimeter,
nih seru
the
nih.
goods were likely stolen somewhere around here.
Then let's get to it. We'll definitely capture that criminal crab.
Criminal crab.
Okay, we'll start from here and have the sumpter beast with the components on board lead the way.
Ya makanya kalau Genshin tuh harus dinikmati story. Kalau dinikmati ya tahu ini tahu itunya, tapi makan waktu lama. Bener, makan waktu lamanya sih bener. Makanya kalau main Genshin pas emang lagi santai aja gitu.
This sumpter beast isn't familiar with us yet, so be calm and take your time with it.
The sumpter beast went ahead. Let's keep up with it.
Ini kita harus follow dia kan. Kalau kegebuk dia marah kali ya. Ini lucu tahu, no mukanya lucu no.
Why did it stop?
Oh, minta dikasih makan.
Looks like it's loafing around. Or maybe it's hungry.
Gak bisa dinaikin aja apa?
The carrot.
All right.
Lari dia.
Again.
Ya ampun, kita jalan aja masih bisa ngejar dia. Nah. Kulilu.
Did you hear something?
Ya, I hear something, Paimon. Kok lu? Tadi hilu pulu, sekarang kok.
Is that the mechanical crab the caravan was talking about? It's charging straight at us.
Aduh, Paimon
It
bagian
looks strong. Be careful.
digebuk ya mati loh bang, pakai pedang digebuk. Iya, tadi pengen eksperimen sebenarnya tapi takut misinya gagal.
Everybody stand back. Ow.
Aduh, buset.
Judgment. Lights out. Get out of here. Adventure time.
Oke, cutscene lagi. Kuli. Tadi kulu-kulu, sekarang
Try to
kuli.
escape this time, you naughty caravan
Ntar
riding
kolo-kolo. Kulilu.
Hey, playing dumb won't save you. Spill it. Why are you stealing so many mechanical parts?
It doesn't seem capable of comprehending complex questions. Keep an eye on it. I'll search around the area for the caravan's goods.
Ultinya nggak mempan.
I don't know why you're stealing mechanical parts.
Iya.
Stolen items must be
Nggak tahu
returned to their
ini.
rightful
Emang nggak
owners.
bisa kita
Any
bunuh
objections?
sepenuhnya. Kayak emang cuman bisa dibikin sekarat deh.
You came from the depths of the contaminated region, right? How about you help us with something? If you take us there, I'll give you some mechanical parts as a reward.
Pulu.
It really
Pulu mah yang diupin-ipin.
We can't be certain yet. Its excitement may be a simple programmed response upon seeing mechanical components.
Okay, so So you want the crab to lead us into the contaminated region?
That's right.
Nah,
The
boleh tuh,
contaminated,
coba-coba.
if we charge straight in, we'll get lost like head. I've been studying this contaminated region recently, and I have a hypothesis of my own. So to be absolutely safe, it would be best to have a guide lead the way.
Paimon gets it now. Does this...
It doesn't have to. As long I gave it some components that it will definitely take back to the contaminated region. So long as it doesn't attack us, we can simply follow along.
Oke, Kalu.
It seems to be really...
Listen to me. Wait for us. We'll be back soon. If I'm not sure, but our priorities are to retrieve the
Kan
mechanical
sama-
components and to purchase
sama bang
Vasanti grass
konsepnya.
to make medicine with.
Kalau robotnya
We should
Kulu,
return.
Kolu
But
ya
before
aku
we do, we need to set up a few.
Ada aja dah. Balik lagi ke sini. Tahu-taunya kita pas balik lagi, dia udah berbuat apa gitu kan, nggak ada yang
No
tahu.
time to lose.
Gila, mataharinya keren banget.
Oh! Oh!
Ini
These are the
kenapa lagi?
mechanical parts that
Baru
were
dateng,
stolen.
tiba-tiba
You
dia
really
ngegas.
got them back for... Thank you all so very much. I don't know how I can repay you. Wait, didn't you want to purchase Vasanti grass? Don't worry about the price. They're on the house. How many do you need?
2 is enough.
No, that won't do. Here, a
No need. I've already received.
reward? You mean that bag of mechanical parts? Ah, they aren't worth much compared to this merchandise.
But those parts are very useful to me. Just like the Vasanti grass. I retrieved the things you needed, and you gave me what I needed in return. We're even.
Bang Abang pernah ngerasa nggak sih kalau ada orang yang asik banget di online gitu terus pas ketemu malah gugup? Pernah ngerasa nggak? Pernah sih, kebanyakan gitu deh. Kayak misalkan kita punya grup Discord nih, nggak sengaja ketemu teman online. Terus grup Discord itu pengen ngadain meeting di real life gitu. Kebanyakan misalkan titik kumpulnya di mana. Terus pas ketemu, oh kamu itu ya, tau-taunya setelah itu kayak, loh kok jadi canggung gitu loh. Tapi ya gugup sih pasti ada, tapi karena mungkin udah kenal ya, pasti ya lama-lama ya jadi kayak berteman biasa aja gitu. Gugup pasti untuk pertama kalinya pasti ya.
Oh, and before we go, just a reminder, the forest has an intricate and biodiverse ecosystem.
Noted. Thank you all.
Let's return to the village.
Itu sih
The
perasaan
earlier
yang
we can give
normal
the
sih ya,
child
ngerasa
medicine, the
kayak
sooner
gitu.
he'll start feeling better.
Apalagi misalkan kan temen online ya, andai kata temen online, terus kita misalkan ketemu di real life, entah janjian apa gimana-gimana, gugup tuh pasti. Kenapa? Karena kita yang kita tahu nih teman online kita misalkan begini-begini, tapi di real life-nya itu mungkin masih ada sisi kepribadian yang kita belum tahu gitu loh. Nah itu tuh, makanya itu bisa jadi faktor gugup sih mungkin ya. Oh gitu, sumpil malah kayak awkward sumpil. dari kemarin bahas sumpil-sumpil dulu ya.
I could get used to this.
Oh, hi there, Traveler and Paimon. Master, I prepared the pharmaceutical equipment. Do you need me to help grind the medicine?
No need. A precise dosage is required this time, so I'll do it myself.
Oh,
But once I'm done, you can deliver the medication to the child.
WK, kalau sumpah Pak Mali Bang jadi sumpil deh sama pengikut VTuber.
He gets a little nervous when I'm around for too long. I don't think he finds me very approachable. I'll go prepare the medication. Traveler, give me a hand.
Oke, si Yara udah diobatin
doing
ya.
any better?
Tenang, Yara bakal hidup.
I feel like he's doing a lot better. and his temperature is returning to normal. That's wonderful! Oh yeah, he asked me to tell you that Suna came by earlier, and he told her everything about the toy.
Jadi dua orang ini
Suna
nih
didn't get
tabib
mad,
hutan
so he
sebenarnya.
wanted to thank you.
It's nothing.
Banyak
Did
menyelamatkan
you prepare the
orang-orang.
traveling gear I asked you to?
Of course I did.
Yes. We're going to the contaminated region. I'm leaving everything to you while I'm gone.
Huh? But I can't even begin to compare to you.
Many things are learned by doing. And once they've been done, you'll realize they weren't as difficult as you once thought they were. Deal with problems.
That's right. You. All right. That master, traveler, Paimon, take care of yourself.
We'll be all right. You put too
Okay.
much confidence. Let's return and...
Nah, crabnya nih gimana nih sekarang nasibnya nih? Coba kita sana dulu. Apakah crabnya melakukan sesuatu hal atau tetap diam di sana? Seru bang, tapi banyak juga loh kelompok penjaga hutan, tapi ya jarang diliatin aja action. Iya, benar-benar. Kalau diliatin actionnya mungkin bakal jadi berat ini gamenya. Terlalu banyak apa? Nyemplung ntar
We're here. There should be. Huh? Where's the crab?
Tadi crabnya ada, cuman jadi bakugan
Did
crabnya.
it secretly scuttle away?
The traps...
Kenapa nih? Kolu?
You honored our agreement and waited here until we returned. As such, I'll hold up my end and give you another mechanical part. Keep it safe. Glad you're satisfied. If you want more mechanical parts, take us deeper into the contaminated region. I want to see what happened there.
Si Teneru
What
pinter
caused
loh.
the Avidya forest to become like this?
Dia mancing supaya kita bisa ke tempat itu ya langsung, apa ya, kontaminasi.
So this is the contaminated region that
Banyak kayak
everyone's been
kode-kode
talking
sama
about.
ya ini itu. Iya.
Oh, it definitely looks different. It's like really creepy and suffocating.
Suffocating.
Do you feel unwell at all? Good. It's as I predicted. Elemental power confers it.
How do you know that?
I haven't entered the contaminated region for a proper investigation, but I've conducted quite a few controlled experiments. My observations during our time here have all but confirmed my hypothesis. Look at these flowers. How are they different from normal? This flower species is formally known as the Sumeru rose, but they're sensitive to ley lines and emit varying amounts of light in response. Excessive brightness indicates a dangerous level of ley line activity in the surround. From the looks of things,
You're saying the contamination here is coming from ley line?
I can't confirm that right now, but I think that is the
Scenery
case. Let's take
perakal
another
dan
look
sangat
around and see
cerdas.
if we can discover
Sementara
more
Venti otak
clues.
cerdas tapi perbuatannya itu kriminal. Venti memang beda ya.
You know, we haven't seen any animals this entire time.
Pertanyaan bagus, Paimon.
The birds used to chirp really loudly, and there were a lot of foxes.
This contaminated region currently appears to have a critical efflux of ley line energy, which is probably the root cause of the patient's cognitive disturbances. Some animals have keen awareness. They sensed something abnormal in this area and fled.
Leaky ley line sure can cause a lot of damage, huh?
Like how plants have preferred growth conditions, we also gradually habituate to our surrounding environment. Climate, temperature, humidity,
Jadi besok
intensity
kita
of ley
bakal
line
weekly
energies.
boss nih.
When people live under fixed
Lihat
conditions,
betapa
they reach a sort of
randomnya kayak pas main sama
homeostasis
temen.
with their environment.
Kalau hari ini
This
kita story
equilibrium
aja
is
sih.
broken
Besok
when the
pun nggak
surrounding
janji juga sih
environment
bisa
abruptly
stream apa enggak ya.
changes,
Lihat-lihat
causing
dulu ada
people's
tugas
bodies
banyak
to
atau
react
enggak.
in abnormal
Semoga nggak
ways.
banyak.
If normal fluctuations in temperature occur, then our bodies automatically adjust. However, the average person cannot adapt to changes in ley line energy, and so they fall ill.
Then why are we okay?
I'm not sure why you are, but he and I are fine because our elemental capabilities allow us to adapt to this kind of change. Of course, it's not a good idea to spend too much time in areas with concentrated ley line energy. The only one who can freely traverse this place
Ini
is
Wina, kamu
probably the mechanical
ini apa?
crab.
Nggak main game
That's about
apa
it for the
gimana.
investigation.
Setia banget
Help me
ngeliatin
find an
streamku
open
ini loh.
space.
Dari
I
tadi
want to
kamu
test
doang.
something.
Wih, bakal weekly boss. Weekly boss. Iya. Tapi besok sih. Soalnya udah janjian sama temen. Tadinya tuh mau hari ini weekly boss. Cuman temenku kuliah juga kan. Rata-rata temenku kan kalau main yang sepantaran juga. Dia gara-gara kuliah. Alasannya gara-gara kuliah. Terus nggak fokus. Jadi dia malah pakai resin biasa, malah dibikin kondenser resin gitu loh. Padahal weekly boss kan pakainya resin biasa. Jadinya ya harus ngecas dulu untuk besok.
It can absorb excess ley line energy and temporarily stabilize an area.
What a neat thing! Let's set up more and cover the entire region.
Oh
I wouldn't
iya
mind
iya
if that
biasa
would actually work.
Oke paham.
Unfortunately,
Lagi
once this
santai.
contamination
Kalau
is
lagi santai
present,
gini latihan
it isn't something that a
streamer-streamer
few
ya.
purification
Keren.
devices can fix. The purification devices have their limits. At best, they can only prevent the contaminated region from expanding temporarily. If we want to permanently eradicate the contamination from the ley line effluents, we'll need to tackle the source. That's right.
Huh?
Lah,
The mechanical crab is acting a little strange.
Something's approaching.
kok jadi serem gitu.
So that's it. Now that the ley line energy has stabilized, the monsters that had left are starting to get rid of them quickly.
Oke. Gampang kok lawan buaya ini.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night, one with nature.
That's all of them.
Iya, mantau aja streamer sama kasih info yang aku dapat dari pengalaman sama ya curhat-curhat dikit. Bagus sih kayak gitu sih. Ya jadi kan kayak saling ngebantu gitu loh.
Where are you? Wait, let's hurry and keep up. The mechanical crab went that way. Let's keep up.
Oke, Paimon.
Help! Help!
Ya, NPC-nya ini aduh nunduk dia.
Judgment! Wind strike!
Get out of here. Teamwork is dreamwork. Punishment. Yeah.
Ya begitulah kalau teman-teman aku ya pada sibuk video call, teleponan, ya ketemu NPC normal. Ketemu ya ini NPC-nya normal ini termasuk ya. Ada yang nggak normal, yang satu NPC cewek bawa kapak gitu.
Hey, are you okay?
These injuries are superficial. Don't move, I'll patch you up.
Nih,
Who are you all?
ciri-ciri NPC yang beban. Biasanya di belakangnya bawa keranjang. Nggak tahu keranjangnya buat apa.
Don't worry, we took care of them.
Oh, good.
Kayak kita bisa jadi,
It's a monster!
kita bisa berteman sama mechanical crab ini deh. Lilu
How do we explain this?
pengen punya
Crab
satu
in
robot,
here isn't a bad guy. It
tapi
heard you
robot yang
shouting
bisa
for help
dijadikan
and brought us
teman
here to
gitu.
rescue you.
Ah, pantes bang NPC-nya cuma nelayan.
It's faking it.
Tapi
It
ada
has to
loh
be.
apa NPC
Maybe
yang
it's gonna partner up
kalau
with the
di
other
Liwe
mechanical monsters and
dia
kill
bukan
me.
nelayan sih, tapi mancing
know
gitu.
what's
Dia
inside
bisa
the
ngelawan
It's all.
Ruin Guard, tapi bukan Ruin
It's all
Guard, apa
crawling
yang
with
terbang-terbang.
mechanical freaks.
Ada tuh di misi ungu.
I just came here to pick herbs, but I accidentally went into the contaminated region and almost died. I gotta get out of here. Ah, yes. Yes. I have to escape. No wonder the academia wanted to completely ban the existence of mechanical life forms. Those things should be annihilated!
Dia kayak kesel banget ya.
His inarticulate speech and bodily tremors indicate psyche disruption. He's been inside the contaminated region for too long. We've purified the ley line energy over there. Follow this path out and you'll soon see the village. At that point,
Jadi
someone will bring him to
kadang
Kale for help.
NPC tuh ada yang
I
nggak kita
already
duga
prepared
gitu.
medication that will return him to normal.
Gak tahu nih kedepannya MiHoYo bakal bikin NPC yang kayak gimana lagi.
So you think you did a good job and want a part as your reward?
It's so hard to understand.
Alright, regardless of what you're thinking, you did some real good this time. That's why I'll give you another mechanical part. Need any help with it?
Dia tuh baru seneng hampir tewas sama robot-robot.
Guess not.
Robot ubur-ubur lagi. Tapi,
Well, make
tapi
sure to
berhasil
hang on
selamat
to it.
gimana nggak seneng.
And also, how do you feel about
Bayangin
that
aja dia aja
person
nggak bawa
saying that you're
senjata
as
apa-apa,
evil as
mau
the
nyerang
other
pakai
mechanical life
keranjang.
forms?
Okay, it definitely doesn't understand you.
It seems like it help others to get parts. That's probably its thought process. As for why it, or rather its owner, is collecting so many components, I'm not sure. It's getting late, so let's set up camp for the night. We'll explore further tomorrow, after a night's rest.
Sip. Oke, ke sana.
Hey, over here! Come on, you big lummox, raise your head and look up!
Sabar. Kaineri nggak tahu. Ini manja tuh nggak gampang.
Let's set up camp here.
Alright, Paimon also thinks it's a good spot.
Oh, any particular reason?
This place is perfect to put up a big tent.
Tapi bang setidaknya lempar aja gitu keranjangnya gitu. Walau nggak ada damage sih. Paling robotnya bingung ini apaan yang dilempar baru kabur. Kalau cuman untuk ngedistract sih mungkin worth it ya. Tapi kalau untuk nyerang ya bener nggak ada gunanya juga, nggak bakal
We can
berdamage.
also set up a cooking pot and cook tent.
You're not wrong.
Kalau untuk
But the
ngedistract terus
primary
lari
reason
lah
for
itu worth
choosing
it.
this place is because
Keranjangnya.
its higher elevation keeps us away from the water vapor below. Rainforests are very wet. You should always be careful when spending the night in damp places. For the
Okay.
next tasks at hand, let's divide and conquer. I'll set up the tent, you'll be in charge of making the fire, and Paimon will forage for edibles nearby.
Leave it to Paimon.
I'm not a... That's right. You can use rushes to start a fire in the wilderness. Their piths are relatively dry and can be readily set aflame. The downside is that they produce a lot of smoke.
Traveler, Tainari, Paimon couldn't find any food.
Ya dia malah udah mau tepar.
Rainforest had so many interesting plants until we came here.
Ya udah kan
There
Paimon
were
kan
all
emergency
sort of
food ya bisa
weird-looking
dimakan.
mushrooms, but Paimon didn't know which ones were edible.
Sabar, oke. Bang, aku punya tips sesat. Kalau ada trampolin jamur itu kasih elektro, terus kasih pyro, damage yang dihasilkan lumayan loh bang, bisa bikin knockback juga. Itu namanya bikin traveler tewas deh. Tapi ntar mau coba deh.
Paimon also saw wild berries on the ground, and Paimon was gonna fly over and pick them up, but the dead leaves on top suddenly started moving.
Those were probably dead leaf butterflies. They camouflage as dead leaves to evade predators. My guess is that they mistook you for a bird when you flew over, so they fled. Little did they know that you were more scared than they were.
Riff Hyper.
Never mind.
Halo,
The tent's
halo
up,
Riff.
so you
Selamat
two
bergabung
go
bro.
rest. I'll forage for food. Oh, you found some already.
Halo juga. It's more useful than Paimon. Jangan gitu, Paimon udah nemenin dari awal, masa kita gitu ya? Jangan gitu
Sorry,
guys.
no part this time.
Udah off stream, oke.
That task wasn't important enough. If every little thing resulted in a reward, then it might start to take advantage of the system. I'll note little things like this and give a cumulative reward at a later time.
It looks really sad.
Mechanical crabnya kok jadi sedih
After
gitu.
some further thought, it might come up with some weird misunderstanding if I don't give it something. All right, here's another for you.
Aku nyimak sambil
I'm
main
off to
Honkai.
prepare
Oke,
dinner.
siap.
We'll
Mantap.
take shifts on lookout duty tonight. You two can sleep first. I'll wake you up later.
We need lookouts?
Yes. Even though most animals fled because of the ley lines, we can't completely let down our guard.
Okay.
It's settled then. I'll set up some pest repelling devices so poisonous insects don't come crawling into the tent. Have a good night. Not too good, though.
Wih, kita juga bisa istirahat di sini. Coba dulu, belum pengen istirahat, pengen lihat-lihat dulu. Kita berasa kayak camping gitu ya. Nggak ada beruang kan? Kalau ada beruang, si Tinari aja yang disuruh jadi tumbal. Dah, istirahat.
Paimon's getting sleepy. Is this because of the ley lines? It's been a while since we camped outside like this.
Karena gabut di Genshin, males.
This is like when we just started adventuring together.
Wih, bangun tidur nih. Jangan-jangan dejavu lagi nih. Oh enggak.
You're awake earlier than I expected. Did you sleep well?
Kita nggak tahu sebenarnya yang travel rasakan, tapi ya udahlah.
You have to maintain constant vigilance in dangerous places like this. Yawning all the time like that is no good. If you can't stay awake, it's okay. Go sleep some
Traveler
more.
peluk
I'm
Paimonnya
not
waktu
tired
mau
yet.
tidur. Waduh, jadi so sweet dong. Ntar si Lumin ini lagi ngamuk, ngelempar apa?
Really?
Saudara gue
Speaking of
gitu.
which, have you seen the crab? It was scampering around over there just now, but I don't know where it went. So you can tell, a ley line effluence of this magnitude occurred without any warning. Someone probably disrupted the natural flow. Until we fully understand the situation, take extra caution. Topics related to mechanical life forms were They proposed an intriguing
Habis ini
idea.
kita nguli artifak
Use
bentar
our
kali ya.
knowledge to
Pengen
create
ngambil
a
arcade
new,
Petra.
However, in their the irony is that the researchers became even more I'm interested in the topic of mechanical life, but I don't like the researchers' attitudes. It's just my personal opinion. My ancestors and the Valuka Shuna of
lucu
the
nih,
desert
krepnya lagi jalan-jalan.
coexisted together and
Mechanical
supported
krepnya.
one another. The blood of my people were born from this symbiotic relationship. So to me, all life is important. To understand life,
Lumin
you must
cemburu.
first respect it. Life is not
Iya,
an
buat
expendable
Zhongli.
commodity,
Mau
and knowledge
pakai
should not be
dua
wielded
set
like a scepter.
arcade Petra
These are the
sama
points of contention
Nobles
I have
sementara.
with some researchers, and why I left the academia. By placing yourself above other life forms, what kind of results do you expect to get from researching pure life with impure intentions? Really? Well,
Krepnya gabut makanya
Coffee.
jalan-jalan, Bang. Iya bener.
did you prepare this for us?
Kolu.
All right. Seeing that you're working so hard to help out, I'll give you another part. You're not planning on using it. Many of your own parts are critically degraded, and you're running low on power.
Bahkan sama robot pun dia peka gitu, si Henry.
All right.
Keren loh.
Suit yourself.
Punya sense kayak dia.
Oh, and
Sense
thanks for the
sama
coffee,
lingkungan
but
jadi
I'm about
bagus
to go to
gitu.
sleep. Leave it with him. The night
Kalau
watch is
Henry
yours.
itu lebih peka
Stay
terhadap
safe.
lingkungan ya, udah tidak bisa dipungkiri lagi ya. Oke, cutscene. Gila, cutscene-nya keren sih. Perpindahan waktu.
Sorry. Paimon slept through the entire night.
Ini bangun.
Really? You're not mad?
Sebenarnya pengen marah, cuman gimana ya? Paimon
Don't
kasihan.
worry. Paimon will be sure to stay awake next time.
Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. Quick question. Do you feel off at all?
Iya bener,
Me too.
respect sama Henry.
The farther in we go, the closer we get to the source of the ley line effluence. We'll be heading out earlier today. I'll take down the tent.
Is there something we can do?
Extinguish our fire so we don't set the entire forest aflame. Also, retrieve the pest-repelling devices from last night. We don't want to affect the ecosystem here.
Got it. Paimon will take care of the fire.
All right.
Paimon bisa diandalkan tidak nih masalahnya?
All right. It's about time to head out. As we go further in, we may encounter more berserk machines. The effects of the ley lines will also increase. If you're struggling, it would be wise to avoid conflict. Try to conserve as much energy as possible until we reach the source of the contamination. As I thought, the closer we get to the contamination source,
Gila banyak
the
banget.
more mechanical monsters that appear.
The wind knows me.
You can't run!
Clouds high. The birds call.
Judgment! Lights out!
Tidal wave.
I'm going in! Get out of here!
Paimon masak.
You can't run!
Agak kaget ya lihat Paimon tadi mau masak.
Judgment!
Wind strike. Bring it on.
Nah ini kita suruh kesini nih. Kok serem ya?
It stopped here.
Upon closer inspection, the plants here are really different.
Kayak
Ley line energies are also
nggak
stronger
meyakinkan
here.
gitu ya kalau
This
Paimon
may
masak
be
ya.
the place we've been looking for. Ready yourselves. We're going in.
Biasanya juga yang masak si Ether atau Lumin, ya bener-bener. Kalau Xiangling yang masak baru enak. Cuman kalau ini Paimon, gue sih berharapnya Paimon yang masuk ke wajannya terus malah kita masak gitu. Waduh, ini kayak masuk domain gak sih? Iya guys, masuk domain. Harus punya apa nih? Waduh. Protektif kanopinya mana nih?
Stay close and you will live.
Mau nggak mau ini deh.
This
Orang
world is full of unsolved mysteries.
yang rada jadi cuman traveler doang. Ya udahlah ya, YOLO aja lah ya. Iya dah. YOLO aja kita masuk domain. Berharap sih nggak terjadi hal-hal yang ya menakutkan gitu. Xiangling mah koki bang, ya bisa masak, sama masakannya enak. Masa gue nggak bisa masak? Iya bener-bener. Ya ampun, ngapain gue pakai karakter traveler kalau Tinery yang ada Tinery gitu loh. Udah sekalian nyoba-nyoba. Bisa keluar dulu nggak sih? Keluar dulu deh. Orang udah ada scenery-nya, ngapain kita pakai karakter Dendro lagi? Karakter Dendro ku belum ada yang ku build soalnya. Tadi komposisinya gimana sih? Dayona ya? Bukan. Kazuha.
Sounds good to me. Make sure to keep up.
Nah, udah masuk lagi. Under expert.
There's a ton of mechanical monsters here. They make this place their lair.
Looks like there's no way to sneak by. Let's take care of them quickly. Can't see.
Everybody stand back!
Wind strider.
Ini ultinya Finery ngapain ya?
Keep up.
Karena gue orangnya penasaran ya, jadi kita mending kesini dulu. Oh ya, nggak ada apa-apa. Bang, kalau Finery charge-nya agak lama biar keluar Dendro 3 biji. Oke, nice info. Ini auto aim ya? Dia pakai weapon. Oke, biasa kalau trial karakter pakainya ini ya, cuman kita nggak bisa lihat statsnya. Curang emang Mihoyo. Atau enggak skill baru charge. Oke, nice info. Makasih informasinya.
What is this?
Leyline energy is spilling out from here. This device, it's extracting energy from the ley lines without end. Who in the world would do this without considering the consequences? The ley lines won't be able to repair themselves if their flow is perpetually disrupted like this.
That's terrible. We have to stop it.
Tumben Paimon bener.
Let Paimon see. Paimon doesn't see controls anywhere.
Standing here is equivalent to being directly showered in leyline energy, which may cause irreversible damage to your body. Take Paimon and get out of here. I'll see if I can find a way to turn this thing off.
But you're also vulnerable to the ley lines, right? We're staying. We can't leave you here by yourself.
Then let's look
Kenapa
for it
jadi
together.
dramatis
If there is no
begini?
control unit here, then there must be a trapdoor somewhere.
Bener itu. Ini kenapa robotnya lucu sih?
You know where it is? Hey, wait for us!
Robotnya ngasih jalan, guys. Oh, ada chest.
Ha!
Trapnya kabur aja lah daripada ikutan debat. Iya. Ini apa nih? Ini kayak ada yang harus dibuka di sini.
What's this? It'll only show up if you step on it?
Be careful and watch your step.
Boh, ada tempat penelitian nggak tuh?
Look! Someone's here! Are you the one that's taking the ley line's energy? Why aren't you saying anything? Too ashamed?
Atau enggak dia tuh ya
His body is cold.
kelinci percobaannya Paimon, jangan langsung
It's
nuduh.
emaciated, and his eyes are. Almost forgot about you. Here, this is the last one.
Banyak yang harus dibuka atau apalah itu.
What is it doing?
Ini bakal rada lama ya questnya ya.
Not sure. Judging by this room's layout, this place was a laboratory. We should find a repository of research
Kayaknya
documents if
harus
we keep
pakai
going.
plosa ini ya,
The
karena
file room will definitely give us some
masuk
clues.
angin.
So let's go
Ini
take a
karena
look.
tidak di endorse sama
Maybe we
plosa,
can
jadi
piece together
labelnya
what
harus
happened.
dihilangkan. Wah, keren banget.
Wow, it's huge in here.
This place is a natural hiding spot with how hidden it is. The pipes continue further.
Gila, gede banget.
Let's head in.
Nggak di endorse.
Did you two find anything?
Kalau di endorse baru
There
labelnya
are a lot
dipakai.
of lab notes, but it would take way too long to read through them all. I found a tape recording used for an experiment, and based on its serial number, it's from 2 years ago.
Tape recording?
Yes, the Spontama created a device that visually records experiments and consolidates the final production into a tape. However, these devices are expensive to make and aren't entirely stable. That's why they are only used in some laboratories and do
Iya ya,
not see wider usage.
bener. Di bawah ini lagi kayak tempat rahasia gitu, kayak
Hold on,
markas-markasan
let me figure
gitu,
out how to
keren.
play the tape. Goes in there. Ah, okay, this should do it.
Kakata? Kakata? Seriously, I look away for 1 second and you're gone? There you are. Look here. This is our new home. I, Abatui, will unleash my talents here and amaze those ancient fossils at the Academia.
Waduh, ambisinya itu loh.
Oh, you're also quite happy. Yeah, listen up, I'll use mechanical organs, and electric currents will course through them like blood. A steel-cast heart that will beat forever, and a brain of myriad components that can think like mine. Inspiration from the ruins and the research that the Academia had banned. I hope everything can start anew from this place. When you can understand our language and live among us, you will no longer be a boring machine, but a truly living being.
Waduh. Kulilu?
It's fine. You will understand. One day, you will understand me.
One day itu kapan gitu dia bisa ngerti
Karkata is
dia.
the mechanical crab, right? And that researcher named Abatui said he wanted to prove something to the Academia?
I remember now. I had a junior researcher named Abatui. He was expelled from the Academia for researching mechanical life forms.
Junior
Nah,
researcher?
ini dia nih mulai seru nih ceritanya nih.
Yeah?
Kalau kita
What's
perhatiin
wrong?
dialog.
Nothing. Paimon was just wondering, doesn't Abatui look older than you?
He is, but academic progression isn't tied to age. I finished my studies a while ago, so subsequent students generally considered me as their senior.
Oh.
Of course, age can be an issue.
Bang, aku pamit ya, mau
For a
tidur
while,
lah.
people
Bener
always
hari
drag
ini
me into
dimarahin mama terus
pictures.
kesana kemari dan
I
kalau
felt
terus
like
aku
some
dan
kind of
teman-teman
animal
yang
on
panjang
display.
banget. Udah, makasih ya bang, mau kasih tanggapan yang under X. Iya, oke, selamat malam, terima kasih udah mampir ya Wina ya, oke. Tetap semangat menjalani hari. Sampai bertemu di lain waktu. Bye-bye.
That isn't important. Let's go and see if we can find other tape recordings.
Bisa gacha nih. Pas banget 320. Gacha deh. Ya, pas. Emang belum rezekinya ya. Aduh, jatuh.
Look, a date is written on it. Let Paimon.
That's quite the time gap.
It's rare that you malfunction because of an operational error. Seems that making coffee is still somewhat difficult for you. Or is there an issue with my set parameters? All right, there you go. Water entered the Keela and caused it to short circuit, so it couldn't receive signals from the... Look at me, talking to you like this. You can't understand me anyway, can you? It's fine. I swapped in some new parts, so you should be all right now. Try moving around. Everything in working order? Be more careful next time. We're tight on money right now, so we don't have a lot of parts or power to spare.
Okay.
I'm glad. Karkata, did you know? Yesterday, I dreamed that you could talk. Aren't the bunch at the Academia always saying things like, mechanical intelligence is just an extension of statistics? They were blown away when they saw us talking. Too bad it was just a dream. Forget holding a conversation with me. You're so simple that... Never mind. I should probably be worrying about next month's power.
After Abatui left the Academia, everyone lost contact with him. I thought he was so despondent that he gave up on researching mechanical life forms. Instead, he had holed up here and continued his experiments.
Paimon doesn't feel like he's a bad person. He even changed out Karkata's broken parts.
Satu lagi. Gila, dia nge-research di sini cuy sendirian. Tapi tempat researchnya dia lumayan gila loh, gede. Ini nggak sembarang
Following the
penelitian
serial
ini,
numbers,
gila.
the next recording should be here. The writing is sloppy. There's also an undated tape in the wrong spot. Doesn't seem like Abatui put it there.
Maybe Karkata helped him with sorting.
Sorry, Karkata. I was just thinking about something. Today might become a special day. In my recent experiments, I successfully gave you a living being's instincts. When you're low on power, or if one of your parts is damaged, you will prioritize your survival command and proactively recharge or replace your parts. That is a very dangerous thing. And today, I did something even more dangerous. I've officially activated the third-generation ley line extractor. Conducting research on mechanical life forms requires a... I'm also getting tired, Karkata. They say that even if it simulates the operation of a living creature's organs, a machine is still an ice-cold tool.
Tapi robotnya
I want to
jangan
prove them wrong.
bisa
I want to
ngebunuh
turn you
kita
into a
gitu.
living, breathing,
Serem kalau
and
itu.
talking being. I'm not talking about anything cheerful, Karkata. Modules for language, emotion, and movement. I've been working my absolute hardest to augment and refine your functionalities, but I've never seen an effective response. You are my finest success, but even you can't understand me. Karkata. Yes, it is what it is. In a few days, I'll sell the failed ley line extractor for some more and continue my experiments. Life goes on, and I... This is new. If I place another 2 control modules here... of course my art decides to act up now. Why? Strange. Oh no, I have to shut up. Shut it off. Right.
Waduh.
I never... In the end, it's just like the Academy. I'm sorry.
Serem dah.
I see. So the ley line after Abatui's unexpected death,
insiden, coy.
the mechanical monsters were driven by their instincts and continuously drew out power from the ley line extractor. This eventually resulted in severe damage to the ley lines.
Paimon understands. Then Why didn't Karkata go haywire like the other machines?
Because Karkata is different from the other machines. Structures similar to living organisms, the ability to cry and laugh, and capacity for independent thought. Perhaps only by building such a machine could he. But if he had slowed down, Karkata can't speak.
What does that mean?
You'll see in a bit. But before that, first, let's find the control unit.
Oke. Oh, harus pakai ini. Elektro bang, ya ampun, katanya tidur, kok masih ini lagi apa? Masuk lagi? Pakai ini ya pak, yang tiner dipakai pokoknya dari elemen dendro tadi. Weh, buset. Kaget di prank mihoyo, kurang ajar.
More of this transparent flooring. It feels like a maze.
Ini juga mau tidur kok bang, cuman sebentar mampirnya. Oh oke. Dia jangan lupa istirahat ya. Penting itu istirahat. Ini harus naik ke atas apa gimana dah? Apa kita muter-muter doang kayak orang gabut di sini? Lah. Naiknya dari mana ini? Lah. Oh, dari sini ya. Emang harus jatuh dulu kali ya. Bukan jatuh tadi, ngebug sih. Nah. Gelembung-gelembung fungsinya. Ya jatuh lagi kan. Wah ngaco. Ngaco. Sumpah ini. Aduh bikin pusing banget. Tolonglah mihoyo lah. Mihoyo nih, aduh. Yang bener aja gitu ya. Naik ke sini tadi. Nah, terus ke sini. Jangan sampai jatuh lagi nih. Kesel banget kalau sampai jatuh, sumpah. Jalannya cuman begini, jatuh. Nah, teori jatuh nggak tuh?
Below us is the final room. The control unit is likely in
Sumpah
there.
yang bikin mekanisme gini ngeselin banget.
Wanna try jumping down?
Ide bagus, Paimon.
One with the forest.
Let's light it up.
Rintangannya hanya gelembung. Iya, nggak kayak yang pas waktu sama Densle.
Get out of here. Off we go. Judgment. Into
to the wind.
Lights out. You can't run. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Penasaran sama.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Nah, gila.
No touch.
This should be the control unit.
Tapi
Once we turn
termasuknya
it off, the
rintangannya
ley line
EZ,
extractor
iya.
should also shut
Mending
down.
begitu daripada gagal-gagal mulu gara-gara rintangannya sulit.
Without an external force damage.
Emang kurang menantang
but
sih.
I bet.
Cuman it's okay lah. Return to the lab. Udah nggak ada lagi kah chest gitu yang bisa diambil? Oh nggak ada sepertinya. Nah ini depan ada chest. Yaudah bang, aku beneran pamit ya, bye bye bang, jangan lupa abang istirahat. Iya oke, thank you. Aku pasti juga istirahat kok. Tip. Oh kesini. Oh dia berusaha ngebangunin ininya. Ya nggak sih? Gak gitu robot. Aduh, kok gue jadi sedih ngeliatin robot nih. Dia tuh pengen ngebangunin majikannya gitu. Jadi keinget sama film apa? Film yang robot yang dia butuh baterai, terus sampai majikannya mati, terus ngasih baterai. Sedih anjir. Gue tuh sedih sama robotnya itu.
So, Karkata has been collecting parts because it thinks doing so will fix its owner?
Karkata is unable to understand the concept of death. However, it probably remembers when Abatui replaced its parts when it malfunctioned, and how that restored it to an operational state. It's true that Karkata isn't able to think or understand many topics, but it is like a small child that imitates what adults do.
Sedih itu ceritanya.
So that's why it kept stealing mechanical parts. But it can't repair its owner, no matter how hard it tries.
Yes, but the important thing is that it formed the thought of wanting to repair Abatui. No one knows how this thought came to be, but it has even suppressed the instincts that Abatui had installed. If it really is as we've predicted, this research truly will make waves in the academia. It might have been possible to achieve this with ancient technology, but no one has been able to do the same with modern tools.
Karkata? Karkata? Can you hear Paimon? Tainari says you're awesome!
Udah lah, jangan bikin jadi sedih gitu.
It reached its limit. It hasn't recharged this entire time, nor has it replaced its severely damaged parts.
Jadi akhirnya
It's a
dua-duanya mati
miracle that
gitu.
it managed to hang on for so. I'm going to confirm that the ley line extractor has shut down. Let them be alone for a while.
Oke. Benar, Tenar ini terlalu bijak tuh. Bijak dia. Mending kita kremasi.
The ley line extractor has ceased up. Traces of ley line energy are still in the atmosphere, but the effluence's source has been stopped. The purification devices will handle the rest. Moving on, those affected by the ley lines need immediate... According to the Academia's research material...
What the?
You two should return first. I'll take care of things here.
Okay.
Although we've stopped the source of the effluence, the ley line energy in the air exceeds normal values. Your bodies won't be able to hold up if you continue to stay here.
But...
Listen, the traveler hasn't rested very well, right? Also, it'll take some time to pack up all the research documents. You're not familiar with this Tell the Adventurers Guild that the incident has been resolved, and then get some sleep. We can discuss matters tomorrow. Oh, and don't talk...
All right. Then let's go back to Catherine.
Lumayan sedih ya.
Why are you still... I'll take care of it.
Iya, ya ampun, udah diusir lagi. Ya udah nggak ada yang bisa diinteraksi lagi di sini ya. Cabut. Talk to Catherine.
Anyway, so the contaminated region turned out to be a ley line effluence deep...
I see. Once the excess ley line energy dissipates from the air, we should be able to make an announcement for residents to resume their norm. This is the stipulated reward.
Is Karkata going to be sent back to the Academia? It's already damaged, but... Oh! Then how about Paimon really wants to go right now, but Tainari said that we would discuss matters tomorrow. Alright then, we'll find Tainari tomorrow. How are you feeling? Sleep well? We should go find Tainari.
Iya, kita harus mencari Tainari di sini. Untung udah buka TP jadi cepet ya. Itu dia fungsinya buka-buka TP gitu.
Time to go.
Keep your voice down. The lilac daphne, a daphne of the genus Thameliaceae, has a strong anticonvulsant. Extrapolating from these two datasets, it would be particularly potent.
Wah.
Karkata?
Dia kembali Karkata.
I
Karkata
told
jadi
you all to
peliharaan
keep
kita
your
aja
voices
dia.
low.
You didn't disassemble Karkata?
Why would I do that?
But Paimon thought you said...
So that's why you two barged in like barbarians at this hour. Fine. What I meant was, according to the Academia's policy... Anyway, the first thing I did was repair
Endingnya
Karkata.
bagus sih.
During my time at the
Karkata
Academia,
jangan
I
tewas.
took an elective course at the Spantama. We then buried Abatui together. After organizing the research materials, I kept some as a souvenir. I'm not with the Academia, so what do their policies have to do with me? On the other hand, I am the Forest Watcher of the Avidya. All life brought forth in this world has meaning. And Karkata is no exception. If it exists, then it shouldn't be carelessly abandoned or destroyed.
Wait, you just said life form.
The possibility exists, is all. Abatui only left behind a small portion of his research. Who knows how many commands he installed? Maybe a conflict between all those commands resulted in this sort of behavior. From a more rigorous perspective, it is impossible to conclude that Karkata is a real life form. By the way, I'm not interested in continuing research on this subject, but as things stand now, it wouldn't... What do you think?
Jujur gue nggak ngerti itu sama bahasanya Karkata. Mana udah lah ya. Oke, ini dia garden memory. Karkata hidup kembali.
When people at the I have zero interest in group photo. After coming back yesterday...
Oke, kita udah bisa nyelesain quest di Sumeru ya. Isi harian Sumeru. Kita explore baru ya 30% lah, ini 40%. Sekarang gue bakal ke domain Archaic Petra deh. Domain of Guyon. Iya bener di sini. Nggak usah bikin kondens deh, langsung aja. Ribet lama lagi teman-teman. Abis ini baru gue bakal closing ya teman-teman. Recommendednya pakai hero elektro, oke. Dulu kalau sering ke tempat domain Archaic Petra nih keinget sama temen gua namanya Willy. Dia tuh nge-build Ningguang, tapi sayang sih di-hack dia ya. Jadi Ningguangnya tuh dia nge-build banget gitu. Kesini mulu, entah dapetnya ampas atau enggak ya, pasti kesini terus.
Torn to oblivion. There is no escape.
Look at you, Boozound.
Beg for mercy.
You're mine. Who's next?
Think you can bully me?
Shine down.
No time to lose.
Now you shall
Harusnya
perish.
nggak bawa hero S banyak di sini, harus salah banget.
There is no escape.
Riptide. Ha.
Shudder.
Diana Special.
Shine down. Illusion shattered.
Tidal wave. No time to...
There is no escape. Illusion shattered.
Ya ampun. Ini mah buat nge-build tank ini terlalu bagus. Kayak kurang enak pakai kombinasi tim ini, kurang enak. Ganti party dulu. Nah ini coba ya. Zhongli sih belum pakai artifak sih ya. Tapi siapa tahu kalau bawa Zhongli gitu langsung dapet gitu yang bagusan.
Shine down.
The wind knows me.
Torn to oblivion. There is no escape. Everybody stand back.
Wind strike. As one with wind and cloud. That hurts.
Illusion shattered.
Gather.
Let's light it up. Inazuma shines eternal. There is no escape.
Order guide you.
Gila keren sih. Wih, 2 arkaik Petra, lumayan. Oke. Sebentar guys, mau penasaran deh. Oh, Noel masih C5. Noel C6 mantep.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night into the wind.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered.
Quake! I will have order.
I'm going in. Shine down. Torn to oblivion.
Oke, resin udah dimaksimalkan. Soon kita bakal nge-build zongli kita ya. Untuk weaponnya ini aja lah. Nggak pengen nyari weapon yang gimana-gimana. Masih bingung sih nanti ini. So itu dia teman-teman, makasih yang udah mampir ya. Aku bakal closing. Semoga kedepannya dilancarkan lagi live-nya ya. Pengen bikin konten sih, ngedit-ngedit video. Besok deh pengen ngedit video terus upload. Udah lama nggak bikin konten ya. Kalau stream mulu kan bosen. Makasih teman-teman, bye bye.